time, you know, they do have quite a bit of representation out here today.
10 Paarl boys, I plays. Only one Gymnasium player. Horn sends it high, and we are underway in round 11 of the Vodacom URC. Great start for the Lions. Here's Van den Berg. Stormers coming into this match off a loss against the Bulls. So are the Lions, incidentally, just a week preceding that. Here's Henco van Beek. It's really coming down to the crunch time in this competition. Wins so important, and these derbies, they mean plenty. The Lions have not traveled too well in derby matches in the history of the Vodacom URC so far, looking to set that right here. Of course, a few years back, knocked over the Stormers on home turf, and for a while that was the only match the Stormers had ever lost to local opposition at their home ground. Van den Berg sends it over the top. Not a bad kick. Oh, what a kick it is indeed.
A good start to the game for the Emirates Lions. Fantastic kickoff by Horn, getting that ball back for the Lions and immediately on attack. Morne van der Berg seeing that they're not making any meters from an attacking point of view, and then the nice kick over the top, and Warwick Kalan just not being able to field it.
JJ Kotze. One of those players schooled in the Winelands, a Paarl Roos product. Feeds Ben Jason Dixon under pressure. Line out executed well, and crucially so for the Stormers.
Blue down once.
Especially Yankees plays it blind to Angelo Davids, always backs himself in the physical confrontation.
On the shoulder tackle. Ball carrier went low as well.
Fenter striking back with a dominant tackle for the Lions. The Yankees looks to be setting up a clearance of his own. Landsberg puts pressure on, can't get there. Kriel under the ball. David's putting pressure.
Yeah, big mistake there by David Kriel. Just misjudging that one. Then touching the ball and going out. So a fantastic gain for the DHL Stormers territory-wise. The first line out pretty solid by JJ Kotze, and they get another shot at it. Yeah, just lots of confusion there by David Kriel.
Yeah, someone just going to speed up the line.
Richard Kriel, rather. I just wanted to, I just realized that I got that one wrong. Just so many Kriels around.
Famous name in Lions land, of course. Kotze feeds the line out. Ruben van Heerden, so crucial to that cause at line out time, takes it in. Here's Roos. Spent so long away from the game after surgery. Yankees sends one over the top. Good chase on. Well-measured kick. Lands outside the 22. Kriel brings it in confidently this time. Beats the first defender. And Salman Murat inhales him. Van den Berg. Half gap for Horn. And he can make plenty out of that. Offload off the ground for Edwill from the Van Heerden with a solid tackle. Schoeman offloading just before contact to Ntlabakanye, looking to cut the line. More willing runners for the Lions, playing at a high tempo, but a slip comes from their fly-off Gianni Lombard, and it's back in the hands of the Stormers, sent long by Duplessis. A kick to ask questions. Will it hold up before the try line? Not
There's
quite.
no advantage. Offside in front of kicker.
Lions making inroads in the DHL Stormers defense at this stage, getting those offloads away, making good territory, and then Gianni Lombard deciding to kick and slipping there, as we see. And unfortunately, that attack coming to an end.
Nobody retreated.
Seeing the space in the back.
Intentionally play the ball.
And the kick just a little bit too long, but
so everybody was in the 10 anyway.
Griffin Colby coming back for the penalty to the DHL Stormers.
Yep.
Yuri Mattia, in the absence of Mani Lebok, wearing that number 10 on his back, knocks it into touch, and the Stormers are on the front foot.
Thanks. This is Paarl.
A lot has been said about the scrum battle that we will see here today, but it's also the line-outs that will be critical. Line-out balls, being able to get that going. And on the other side, for the Emirates Lions now in this situation, being able to stop the maul if that occurs, or otherwise get into that defensive set.
Kotze feeds Van Heerden again. Kotze comes around the corner. Sends it to Davids, almost got beyond the tackle. Quick play from Yankees, Mattia to Similani, formerly of the Lions. The outside centre somehow got that away.
It's fine, bro.
Oh, what a turnover. From the side that attempts the most turnovers in the URC.
Second one is this hand, first one is... No, you have to enter the tackle from your own side. Side and 3.
Yeah, Similani with a great offload there to Warwick Geland. And a good attacking set for the Stormers. You see here the chicken wing to the side. Warwick Geland getting on the outside of Kuenhorn. But then it's PJ Botha immediately on the ball with a fantastic turnover for the Lions side under massive pressure.
If the ruck is over, start to enter the tackle from your own side. Not from the side.
The Jackala, PJ Botha to feed the line out, quickly taken by the Lions.
Skew. If it's a short ball, it has to be straight, okay?
And that's a coach killer, Paul.
Option.
You know, taking the easy option, not getting it right, just being a bit,
captain option.
You know, not lethargic. I don't know what the word is I'm looking for, but just not being accurate in terms of that execution of the line out. You know, you take that bail out because it's the easy option. You've got to make sure it's straight. But throwing it immediately, directly to his front row partner. Unfortunately, now they have to scrum. Maybe that was the idea. The front rowers want to scrum. First scrum of the game.
No complaints from Ntlabakanye, PJ Botha and Schoeman.
Right, first scrum, slow cadence.
They will pack down against Vermaak, Kotze and Malherbe.
Bye. Sit.
That's the 22-meter line of the Emirates Lions. Big chance here for the DHL Stormers. Yankees away to Duplessis at first receiver. He crashes it up. Slow ball for the Stormers after the attentions of JC Pretorius. Van Heerden has lost it. Ntlabakanye
stop backwards.
Gets it away to Botha. He's fighting his way to ground. He does effectively in the end. The Lions escape any punishment for that error at line-out time, but Lombard will drive it into almost the same position.
Yeah, it's the third kick of the match for Gianni Lombard, and not one of those really going a proper distance. That one off the left foot, just angling off the side of the foot a little bit.
On the ground to make contact,
but unfortunately for his team, the pressure still remains. If you're not able to exit properly, the pressure remains. They did well in stopping the attack of the Stormers after the previous line-out. Can they do that for a long period of time? That will remain the big question.
Options galore for the Stormers. This time Salman Murad rising at 2-ball. Ben Loader takes it to the line. JC Pretorius holds on to make the tackle. Yankees away to Mattia. Similani. Oh, puts it down, picks it up and goes again in elaborate fashion. Salman Murad. Yankees.
Slide on the ball with your feet.
Driven away from the ball, but a penalty advantage coming to the Stormers on the back of that.
Slide on your feet. You slide on the ball of your feet. Gotta maintain your feet.
The Lions just slow in rolling away from that ruck. We spoke before game about
affecting the speed of the ball. Maintain your feet.
The importance of the ruck and being able to control the ruck. The team that will have the ability to do that will get the upper hand. Big decision this for the DHL Stormers. Not going for goal, but rather kicking for the line out and hoping that they can get more than 3 points. It's a big call early in the game.
Just be aware of early contact.
JJ Kotze.
Let's go, Stormers!
The pressure cranking up on the Emirates Lions in this local derby. Can he execute again? Who's the target this time? Ben Jason Dixon it is. The Stormers set the rolling maul this time. No play out the back. The Lions dragging them towards that touchline and no corkscrew coming from the Stormers scrum. Are they going to try and work that narrow blindside? They are, and they run out of space.
Fantastic defense by the Emirates Lions, pushing that Stormers onslaught over the touchline, just moving them towards that side of the field, not giving them the opportunity to be able to break away, and poor execution by the Stormers. And of course then the decision not justified not to take the point.
Lions waste no time, toss one over the top, and secure it well. Can they execute an exit that will relieve the pressure on them this time? Van den Berg gets a good contact on it, but not too much distance.
Yeah, Paul, you speak about relieving the pressure, and even though it relieves the pressure for, you know, a couple of seconds now, you know, again, that kick by Morne van den Berg, the exit is just not far enough to really release the pressure that the Lions need. So, again, constant pressure from the DHL Stormers in the half of the Emirates Lions. Defense holding strong for now.
Kotzer feeds Van Heerden. Ben Jason Dixon sends it to Yankees. Simelane almost got away from Henco van Beek, but he gets his man in the end. He is a deadly defender. Kriel under pressure, knocked backwards by Ben Loader.
Yes!
Lions retain possession. Under pressure now with ball in hand, and Ntlabakanye sets the breakdown point, and Van den Berg drags it back. This time using the left boot, sending it long. That's the kind of distance he's been looking for.
Yeah, far better kick by Van den Berg off the left foot. Good defensive set by the Emirates Lions. Nice hit there by Ben Loader on Richard Kriel. But the Emirates Lions being able to solidify that ruck, providing a solid base, and then the relieving kick. Nothing wrong with that tackle.
Stormers just about winning it at line-out time. Get it away to Roos. Find some concerted defense in the form of Juan Venter. The Lions have turned over possession, and now they have the chance to attack. Lombard's pass, not on target. Horn makes it good, beats the first, sends it wide. Kriel can't keep his feet. Cutting back in field. Here's Henco van Beek. No high tackle there. Roos looking to hold him up. No such luck. Van den Berg away to Schoeman. Lombard with the hands to Venter. Ntlabakanye can't hold on.
Okay, play on.
Play on is the call. We'll see in the replay. No, we're going to have a scrum for sure. Frustrating opening 10 minutes or so for the Lions, John.
Captain.
Yeah, it has been frustrating just in terms of the handling at times. We see a couple of DHL Stormers boys with their hands on their hips already. A bit of confusion there between Landsberg and Ntlabakanye. You know, good he is with ball in hand, so difficult to stop so close from the line. But the Emirates Lions exposing the Stormers on the in that outside channel, getting a bit of space there. Unfortunately, after the third phase, not being able to keep it in hand. But that's the kind of play we expect from the Lions. We saw now a couple of breakdowns already where they were able to turn over the ball, even in contact. You know, JC Pretoria's ripping the ball there from Roos. It is a bit wet still outside, so the ball is a little bit more slippery.
The request is from
make sure you secure the ball when you're handling it.
From the opposition is the Seunskool, okay?
The Lions seems like they have the upper hand in the first 12 minutes in terms of...
Let's go. Goed. Niet voor die fout, hè?
Crouch. Bye.
Kijk hier,
Yankees feeds a steady scrum
Justin.
and sends it away to Yuri Mathieu, who wastes no time in clearing the ball. He knows how to strike one. Sends it to just about the halfway line. In fact, the Stormers 10 men.
Yeah, good clearance by Mathieu. Still just inside their own half, but about 40 meters gain with that kick. Solid scrum there by Frans Malherbe. On that tight head side, he's slowly but surely getting that upper hand against Juan Schoeman.
Landsberg rising high to receive. Lombard passing in the face of danger to Edwill van der Merwe. Van den Berg away to Landsberg. What an offload that is. Here comes Weapon X. Beats the first. He's going to go for gold. Galant gets across to make the cover tackle on the 5-meter line. This is the red zone, and it's go time for the Lions. Whoa. The card may be coming.
15. Yeah, we feel it too early. We can't go into the opposition side. We're taking our space circularly. That's the yellow card.
Yeah, that's a fair call by the referee. Kriel doing so well to make that tackle, but then after getting up from the floor, just taking that space on the Lions side of the ruck rather than going to the DHL Stormers side of the ruck. And that's a penalisable offence with a line break like that, yellow card out. And Kriel will spend 10 minutes in the bin, as we see there, just occupying that space. The cleaners not being able to get there. And Jacques Fourie certainly agrees with that decision. He does not look happy.
Thanks.
Long-time centre partner of my co-commentator today, Gianni. What a partnership it was. Here's Gianni Lombard. Successful with his first attempt at posts, and doesn't he just love it? 3 points to 0, the Lions lead.
That time around, the pressure in the midfield, being able to get through, again the offload to Henco van Wyk, getting through the through the gap, and by doing so putting the DHL Stormers defence under immense pressure. Kriel make it tackle, but now 10 minutes in the bin, and now it's all about managing the time, managing your team and the players for the 10 minutes with 14 on the field.
Mathieu goes long, very long with this one. It's going to land over the try line. A fortuitous bounce for the number 10 and Van den Berg had to improvise. And Krappies did so well.
That maybe shows you that the pitch has really dried up nicely. You know, normally when there's a lot of water still on the field, that ball will just skid through, goes dead. You know, go for the scrum on the halfway line. So Morne van den Berg probably thought that would happen, but it has dried up considerably on the pitch, and as we saw, the ball just sticking there and coming back. Eventually a relatively good kick by Van den Berg.
You're still delaying it. You must get close to the line.
Usually scorching conditions this time of year in Joburg. Some surprise rain for 2 days here, but it's stopped for the time being, so no rain falling, but the pitch still slightly damp, as you might see evidenced by the locations of the scrum, which have cut up a bit on this pitch. No movement in that rolling ball. Yankees sent it to Du Plessis, who's under tremendous pressure. In over the ball. Stacey Pretorius did not try to lift and turn over the ball, so he gets no fruits from his labor. Salman Murat's offloading to his block partner, Van Heerden. It's great aggression and defense from the Lions here.
Can't play with number 9.
Unfortunately,
it's fine, but you can't play him.
Lacking discipline on that occasion.
And lucky from Ruan Venter. The Lions getting the upper hand at that ruck, being able to get on the other side of that ruck, going over the ball and physically dominating the ruck. But then Herschel Yankees as the 9, we do want to protect the 9s, and that time around making contact with him, and by doing so conceding the penalty.
If you put your hands in on him before he's on the ground, you're still going to have to release him. Okay.
And we just heard the referee also having a conversation there with JC Pretorius. You saw him just clamping on around the player and on the ball, but not actually lifting the ball at the one ruck. And if you don't show that lift, you don't actually get the return.
It's here. Returns the favour, puts 3 points on the board for the 14-man Stormers, draws the scores level at 3 points apiece.
Yeah, that'll be a relieving kick for you, Mattia, and also the management staff of the Stormers. You know, 14 on the pitch, 5 minutes left with Kriel in the bin, being able to get the 3 points and get parity on the scoreboard whilst being one man down.
Horn sends up a contestable one. Almost falls to Simelane. Great effort from Edwill van der Merwe. The knock-on comes.
Still play advantage.
The Stormers secure possession with that scrum advantage available to them. Ali Vermaak.
No, leave it down. Use that.
Temptation. For Etienne Oosthuizen, he backed away in the end. Yankees
Advantage
Send
over.
one over the top, looking for touch and finding it. The Lions starting to get their own bit of territory in possession with the one-man advantage.
Yeah, good contestable kick again there. Edwill van der Merwe just not being able to regather, such a good player in the air. Massive work rate. And even from this line-out, watch the number 11 for the Lions. He's explosive with ball in hand as well. Don't be surprised if he's the attacking threat for the Lions.
Botha executes at line-out time to his captain Horn. An advantage being played to the Lions. Have options galore. In the back line, they hit Juan and reload again. PJ Botha coming on a sharp angle. An advantage still waiting for the home team. Quan Horn seems to always beat the first defender. Horn gets away. Sent it into Krabby's Berg with the first try of the match.
Thanks.
Yeah, beautiful try by the Emirates Lions. Gianni Lombard with a fantastic pass to his right hand, or on his right hand, to Henco van Wyk with a bit of a drift, or Quan Horn rather, with a bit of a drift, beating Similani on the outside. Second time today that we've seen that. And as any good 9 would do, the support line on the inside, Morne van Berg over for a try. It's not the first, and it certainly won't be the last that we see that guy going over for a try.
Gianni Lombard to add the extra 2. He does just that. 7 points to the Lions. They lead 10-3.
And that's sometimes what you get. The Stormers, you don't have a fullback, so it's late in closing that last defender. But even before Warwick Kaland went off the field, we saw the Lions exposing that outside channel, outside the 13, inside of the wing, and getting space there. That man in shot, Jacques Fries, certainly a guy that exposed that pretty well when he was still wearing the Lions and Stormers shirt for that matter.
One of his most memorable moments against the other Lions, the British and Irish Lions. Match-winning try in the corner over Ronan O'Gara. Goes long, does Yuri Mathieu, taken in by Juan. Does well dipping on a knee in these wet conditions to take that in clean. The clearance not too long, and the Stormers will have an attacking line-out.
You had advantage for the corner game.
Thank you.
Yeah, Stormers going for 5-man line-out here. Ivan Roos in the backfield. Probably look to hit the midfield and then play from there.
Good pressure from Landsberg, but Van Heerden takes it clean. The Stormers set that rolling maul again. They might just have a path here if they get around Oosthuizen. It looks like it's all falling apart now. Do they have control of possession? They do. Yankees off to Roos, who can be so dangerous with ball in hand. Yankees. For Mathieu, no gaps on that side. The Lions shut it down. Slow ball for the Stormers. Malherbe offloads just before contact to Roos, who is being hunted by Fente today. Yankees, no knock on there. Davids takes on the defenders, loses control. What a tap on. No space on the outside for the Lions. Ben Loader has come ready to tackle today. The Lions back in possession, just behind their own 10-meter line. Van den Berg plays it away to Botha, playing deep. The Lions, they're going to run it. From inside their own 22, Quan Horn beats the first man again, and he's away. Options left and right, Kriel outside of him. Here's Van den Berg with the offload to Henco van Wyk. Henco van Wyk goes storming away, and he's in under the sticks.
The Lions supporters ecstatic. End-to-end stuff by the Emirates Lions. It's again that outside channel. This time around, it's a single-digit player that gets exposed by the backline players of the Lions. And that meant Quan Horn again On the inside to Morne van der Berg. We've seen that movie before. This time around it's Henco van Wyk, the added number to score the try.
Easiest kick of the day for Gianni Lombard. He obliges, puts another 2 points on the board, and all of a sudden, the Lions are in control.
They're 14 points up for the Lions. That man, Henco van Wyk. And that guy, Quan, that outside channel, they're bossing it at the moment. So many space that they've made there. And then the quick hands from Morne van der Berg to know that his outside centre is there to score the try.
Thank you.
The Stormers will be back to full complement, conceding 2 tries during that period. Kriel back on the field.
Head coach Cash van Rooyen keeping his powder dry, but he must be happy with how the team has gone so far. In the 25th minute of the match, the restart goes. Yankees with a great charge down. Quan. Look how much distance he can get with a short backlift, sending the ball long. And even Roos will start from inside his own half, build up a head of steam to run back at them. A bit hesitant on the run, almost got knocked backwards. Finds a way to move forwards, but knocks it on in the end, and Van den Berg sees some space to work with. Here's Kriel back on the field, covering the kick. It stays in field, and he has to toss it to his teammate dangerously. Yuri Matia tidies up. A chance for the Lions to get over the ball. Too far over the ball.
Yeah, that's high-risk rugby from the DHL Stormers, throwing the ball around. Kriel back on the field, but certainly then letting the pulses race a little bit there. Yuri Matia going to ground there, and it's Juan Venter just with a hands on the ground before going onto the ball and conceding the penalty rather than getting it. Coaching style very animated there as well.
Time is off.
But the Lions just bossing the contact area at the moment, Paul. So many times in contact we've seen the Stormers carrying in, and then the Lions coming out with the ball, either ripping in the tackle or the turnover at breakdown time.
So yeah, all good.
Going to ground the Stormers sometimes as well, just losing it there. So you need to clean that up, because as expected before game, the team bossing the breakdown will boss the game, and at this time it's the team in red.
Man who had the opportunity to captain the Springboks, as of course you did on many occasions, Jean. It's a chance for me to ask you about the latest try scorer for the Lions, who missed out on earning his first Springbok cap in this last Springbok season through injury, where he may well have won one along with his teammates Juan Venter and Quan, who got their first caps last year. What do you think about the potential future of the number 13?
No, I think he's a very talented player, and certainly playing under you know, a guy like Jacques Fourie being in this environment, you know, he'll be able to learn so much from a guy like him. Also remember, he played a lot of rugby, certainly in trainings, you know, against and with Similani, Wandisile Similani, so he knows him very well. You know, it's a big year for Henco van Wyk, you know, to be able to knock on the door. Jesse Kriel still there, Lukanya, I'm still there, a couple of others, you know, and Sharks jerseys also putting up their hands, so it's great to see the competition in the Springbok environment.
Van Heerden takes it and sends it to Yankees. The Stormers will be desperate to strike back, but the Lions are looking to strike even Roos every time he touches the ball. Identified, of course, as a dynamic ball runner for the Stormers. If you've watched any of his highlights, you'll understand why. Beautiful hands from the Stormers until that last pass spilled by Ben Jason Dixon.
Yeah, that unfortunately is just unacceptable, you know, at this level, doing so well to create the space on the outside and then just catching and passing, you know, so he's terribly disappointed, Ben Jason Dixon, more than anyone, I would imagine. Those guys sitting in the management box can't do anything about it, but certainly pulling their hair out, at least those left with hair.
If you get ready, I can chase them. If you get ready, I can chase them, okay?
Cap 150 for Frans Malherbe.
Crouch! 5,
Up against Juan Schoeman in the number 1 jersey for the Lions. Ooh.
Yeah, the Stormers just no stability there after the impact, after the engage. We see no stability there. That's what the referees want. And the Lions getting the free kick.
Gianni Lombard from that free kick sends it high for Edwill van der Manfort to chase. Brilliantly taken by Ben Loader. Got some serious height on that jump. In his final season with the Stormers. Geland improvising, sending it over the top. What a kick that is for Davids. Angelo Davids looking to beat the first. Similani under pressure. Hunted down by Marius Louw. Hoőrskool is on the ball and he's won the penalty. Brilliant.
Yeah, that's just heartbreaking for the DHL Stormers, doing so well. Great kick by Warwick Geland. Angelo Davids on the outside. Then Similani taking the pass on the inside and probably should have let it go back on the outside, but deciding to keep it, getting tackled, and fantastic work by Hoőrskool on the ball, getting that turnover. You see there, Similani just should have made the pass to Dan Dub, but Hoőrskool, solid base, getting his hands on the ball and getting the penalty for his team.
Not on your side though.
And get them back on attack.
PJ Botha feeds the line out. Landsberg brings it down and Berg sends it along to Lombard and Ntlabakanye on the charge. Here comes Fenter. Brilliant tackle from the Stormers.
Doesn't have it.
Then Jason Dixon.
Oh, it's it now.
Berg, slow ball for the home side. Looks like a good kick for Kriel to chase. Geland under pressure, and it's Edwill van der Merwe that gets there first. Landsberg can't hold on, and Roos can initiate the counter-attack. Ntlabakanye, like a missile, coming in with the hit. Geland sends it long. It's great distance in this thin air in Gauteng, but perhaps too much distance, holding up in the slightly damp grass. Hoőrskool manages the situation.
Goal line.
Yeah, so much going on at the moment. The ebb and flow of this game, not really going through the phases, and high error rate at this stage. We see quite a few of the DHL Stormers guys with hands on knees, feeling the effect of the altitude.
Horn sends a contestable one really from a goal line drop kick, but too long for it to be contestable, and Similani has the chance to run again. Stormers complaining that the Lions player was rolling back over the ball there. Mathieu has to improvise on the dropping ball under pressure, and he's done well in the end. Etienne Oosthuizen is going to be penalised for that, or perhaps the player not rolling away underneath Mathieu. Yankees, numbers on the left here for the Stormers. Geland tries to send one of those trademark grubbers through.
No advantage. You're on the wrong side, tackle after all.
Lions slow to roll away from that ruck.
Tackle number 6 after all.
But the flow and the shape of the Stormers' attack just not there at the moment. We saw a poor pass from Herschel Yankees to Yuri Mathieu, doing so well to catch it and then making a couple of meters on attack. But if they want to get back into this game, the DHL Stormers, they certainly need to cut down on the error rate, put pressure on that Lions defense. We've seen them exposing it a little bit at times, running onto those shoulders and then getting the offloads away. This will certainly help in getting another 3 points on the board.
Yuri Mathieu sends it through. 3 points to the Stormers, not kicking for the corner this time. They've narrowed the gap to 11 points. Some of the jerseys you wore there, Jean.
Yeah, we've got a nice variety of supporters' jerseys that we've seen here today for the Lions and for the DHL Stormers.
The ball, please.
Horn, who's been lighting it up in the first half to get us restarted. Another one with so much height on it, so much pressure on the receiver. Salman Murat underneath the ball this time, just about protected by the Stormers.
It's a rock, you can't put your hands in there.
Yeah, that's a very poor penalty conceded by Etienne Oosthuizen. Rugby in form, and yes, winning the physical battle, the shoulder battle basically at that breakdown, but then going down and playing the ball with his hand. You know, that's basic rules for a player at this level, and an easy exit eventually for the DHL Stormers. Well taken by Salman Murat. We see there the fight by Etienne Oosthuizen, but the ruck is formed, and you can't have your hands in a ruck that has been formed.
Putting so much pressure on these high balls, whether it be from a restart or open play. And they've got the personnel to chase them down, especially so Edwill van der Merwe. Eddie the Eagle. Kotza feeds Van Heerden. Yankees to Mathieu. Got some runners in the midfield. Simelane on the drift. Simelane looking to get his hands through the tackle. That's forward.
Was it? He did well at the end. It's always so difficult when you try to do the offload with your hands so far ahead of your body.
That's not it.
Obviously, no doubt that's forward.
It's steady start for the ball. I was happy.
And again, very elaborative in terms of the attack, but not getting any return for that attacking play. And the frustration building up, not only on the pitch, but also off the pitch.
Right. Absorb the hit and steady after that. Crouch. Bye. Sit.
And the Stormers find any joy at scrum time, starting to make their presence felt. Henco van Wyk under pressure from Loda, sends it wide to Edwill van der Merwe, has some space to run into, gets away, chips it over the top. Can he put a repeat of his try against the Stormers at Cape Town? He can't, but Marius Louw follows up for another try to the home team.
Not the first time you'll hear me say this today, but the Stormers being exposed in that outside channel once again. Scrum pretty solid. Henco van Wyk doing so well to get the ball away. And Edwill van der Merwe is such a fantastic finisher. This time it's not him putting it on the left foot. The Stormers not being able to secure the ball, and Marius Louw with a high work rate, following up, getting the ball, scoring the try.
What's the shot clock? 30 seconds.
Third try for the Lions in the first half.
Shot
5 seconds.
Counting down on Gianni Lombard. Keeps his cool, strikes it clean, puts another 2 points on the board for the Lions, who are running wild in the first half.
On the floor, and the shot clock on TV.
Yeah, Edwill van der Merwe making his Springbok debut last year. He was so brilliant, man of the match in that game. This time around, showing why he got that Springbok cap and vying for some more of those this year. Marius Louw absolutely ecstatic with the scoring of that try. The gap widening quite considerably now between the Emirates Lions and the DHL Stormers.
Restart from Mathieu.
Inside the 22.
Giving the Stormers a chance to put pressure on, but the Lions take it in well, secure possession. With about 4 minutes to play till the halftime break, they will be looking to make sure that the Stormers get no joy before the second 40. And they can take in this 18-point deficit. Van den Berg sends it long, sends it into touch.
It's close. You got to be quicker on that, okay? That was really close. Okay. If you're going to dip in the corner like that, I can't play foul play on that, okay?
Since the Lions got a win against the Stormers.
No, it's not. If you dip like that, it's foul play.
Van Heerden rising high to receive. Here's Dion Fourie away to Roos. Can he find a way to cross the game line this time? Beats 2 defenders, looks to beat the third. Yankees weighs up his options. Mattia short to Simelane. Chopped down by Marius Louw. Yankees with the flat ball for Gelant. No space to be found. Lions hungry for ball on the ground, as they have been all season. For Mark. Difficult one to deal with. Corkscrews away. Make sure to secure possession for the Stormers. Yankees looking to hit the angle and find the corner. He cannot. Horn able to field, take his time, and send it long.
The Stormers this time around at least being able to get through a couple of phases. Initial Yankees then with a kick over the top. Horn, I thought he would just blow that one way downfield. But it provides the opportunity for the Stormers now, with only a couple of minutes left before half-time, to start up another attacking play and hopefully get the first try of the game.
Even Roos this time, the option at line-out time. Not going with the rolling maul, sent to Dan du Plessis to crash it up. Here's Yankees. Dion Fourie absorbing the hit. Van Heerden away to Mattia, moving it wide for Gelant. Not much space to work with. The offload out the back of the hand to Ben Loader. Under pressure, Loader gets the ground. They're in the red zone now, the Stormers. Even Roos beats the first. Dragged down short of the line, a penalty advantage to the visiting side. Gelant frees it from the base of the rack. Fired to Dan du Plessis. Great defense from the Lions, scrambling in their time of need.
No advantage, offside. You got two options. You got one here or one there.
It's your call, Jean.
Big call, yeah, for the Stormers. So two options in terms of the penalties. I would probably go for the scrum, for the penalty right there where the referee is standing. You go for the scrum. You've got two sides to attack from with a scrum that has been relatively dominant here.
So just two advantages. I'll have a look at them now. What are you going to do? Two penalties. But yeah, what are you going to do? You're going to take it there?
Yeah, we're listening there to the conversation between Salman Franz-Malherbe and the referee. You know, they're deciding to go for the penalty a little bit closer and rather try to get the try with the rolling maul, which has not been that effective today. So it's an interesting decision for them. The Lions, though, a couple of penalties conceded there. They need to watch out for potentially that repeated infringement as well, and a potential yellow card. Big moment in the game.
Absolutely colossal. Kotze to feed the lineouts. When they met in December, the Stormers won 29 points to 10. Kotze feeds, Van Heerden receives. They set that rolling maul. The Lions' response is strong at first. Can they accumulate the numbers to the left-hand side here, get around that first wall? They can. They consolidate and look to move forward again. The Lions running out of numbers, breaking away as Kotze dragged down in some solid defense. Yankees sends it to Fourie. They'll need to be clinical now as the clock's gone red. The pick up and go. Almost compromised.
Onside.
Yankees. He's got runners willing and able. Frans Malherbe, the first among those. It's been intercepted by Gianni Lombard, who sends it long. Gelant's going to chase this down. Only one chaser from the Lions, but it's a kick good enough, perhaps, to shut down this half, unless the Stormers can pull off something spectacular from deep here. Gelant chooses to turn to the boot. He kicks it into some space, and it's Ben Loader after this one. Marius Louw is under pressure. Loader looking to put more on him. Louw with the offload speculatively into the midfield, which is good enough. And Horn throws the ball to the turf here at Emirates Airline Park. The Lions will take a dominant lead into the halftime break. Yuri Mathieu wearing his school socks here in the Origins round. The only player on the field who shares a school with my co-commentator Jean de Villiers, Paarl Gym.
3, 2, 1.
And we're up and away for the second 40 minutes here at Emirates Airline Park. Taken in by Juan, who has been impressive so far today. Bear in mind the Lions have 2 games in hand on the rest of the competition. So winning this one would put them in great position to attack those top 8 spots in the remaining matches in the competition. Great contest in the year. Ben Loader, the beneficiary in the end. Yankees sent a dipping ball to Salman Murat. And the Stormers looking to work a gap in the midfield with the highly experienced World Cup winner
Balls available.
Yankees to Mathieu. Gelant. This defensive line of the Lions has looked impenetrable today. Another error comes.
I got it on the way.
And that'll get the Lions' tails up for the second half.
And that's not a good sign for the DHL Stormers. You know, again, those unforced errors. When you hit the outside channels like that, it's worth just picking a line, going hard and forming that ruck, and then starting the attack play again, getting into your shape. On the flip side, it does provide an opportunity for another scrum. It did seem as if France was starting to get the edge against Juan Schoeman on the other side of the scrum.
Coach! Yeah, that's fine. Let's leave the tricks and just keep your head in the game, okay? Thank you. Yeah.
See the Stormers sporting their school socks. Henty Saliers for Ali Vermaak. A couple of Paarl Roos boys in there, including JJ Kotze. Paarl Boyshaar. The blue and white socks of Salman Murad.
And you don't have to forget Petersburg for the referee.
Bye. Yes, no.
How will the scrums go in the second half? Solid set from both sides to start it off. And Marius Louw feeds Lombard. There's some space here for Kriel. Kriel breaks away into that gap. Now looking for support. Here's Horn. The cover defense is there for the Stormers. But just look how many meters have been eaten up by the Lions. The penalty comes. Oh,
no,
yes.
He was on the ball first. Holding on.
Doing just what Horn did in the first half, rescuing a desperate situation.
Yeah, Warwick Gelant doing really well there, but that last shot, we just saw Wandisile Similani and Ben Loader having a bit of a, I won't call it a conversation, not happy with each other after another miscommunication in that outside channel. Richard Kriel this time around exposing it.
The Storms have looked out of sorts today, Jean.
Yeah, just not cohesion. You know, we do know that they have quite a lot of injuries, and you know, sometimes they're just not in sync, and that's certainly been what we've seen from here in terms of the back line of the DHL Stormers in that outside channel.
Lions fans, on the other hand, will be licking their lips for a derby victory over the Stormers, or any South African side for that matter. Kotze feeds Ben Jason Dixon. The scoring's got to start soon for the Stormers if they want to get back in this game. Roos breaks the game line, sets the ruck. Yankees sends a contestable one over the top for Loader to chase. What a take from the big winger. Quick ball for the Stormers. Van Heerden gets it away to Murat. The defensive line charging up. Another dipping ball for Mathieu to deal with. Gianni Lombard thought he had it. Dixon dragged in by Ntlabakanye, contorting his body well to retain possession there. Murat at first receiver feeds Mathieu, but the Lions are hunting behind the game line. Big strong counter-rack from Etienne and Oosthuizen on Roos. Duplessis. Yankees. Gelant's looking to make a gap of his own, and he does. Here comes Gelant. He'll do it himself. The Otaniqua boy ducks down.
You never really know what to expect from Warwick Gelant, and it certainly seemed as if this time around the Emirates Lions defense had no idea how to stop the Stormers. Number 15. We see Gelant there going across field. A show of the ball, another show of the ball.
Thank you.
The outside channel of the Stormers have been exposed this time around. He flips it around. And a much needed try for the DHL Stormers.
Might that be the catalyst for a change of fortunes for the Stormers in the second half? Yuri Mathieu sends it bending through the sticks. Another 2 points for the Stormers. It's 24-13.
Yeah, sometimes it's a bit of an individual brilliance like this. We see Warwick Gelant there, Frans Malab on the support line, but not making contact. And Kriel just continuing with his line, scoring the try. He'll be happy with that, even though we can't see any emotion in his face currently. And sometimes you just need a bit of X factor like that to get your team back in the swing of things, but still a long way to go for the Stormers.
Another great kickoff for the Lions, putting pressure on the Stormers each and every time. And they'll start from inside their own 22 with Roos.
Leave it. Use it now.
Yankees taking his time, almost faking the kick and sending it to Kriel. We'll try to bisect those two Lions players, but Juan has time to watch it into his welcoming arms. He's going to take them on, as he's been so successful at doing today. Oosthuizen absorbs a big hit to get the pass away from his opposite number. Penalty to the home team.
And hands on the ground. Tackling also and hands on the ground. Tackling alongside and hands on the ground.
Good hands by Etienne Oosthuizen. Just moving the contact point there. Juan Schoeman with a good line. But it's Ruben van Heerden a little bit slow in terms of rolling away. You see him making the tackle. You've got to get away from that space immediately, blocking the Lions cleaner to be able to get to the ball. And Ali Vermaak on the other side as well, same thing, getting his hands on the ball and also conceding a penalty. So double penalty conceded by the Stormers. Good decision by the Lions to take the 3 points.
1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Gianni Lombard, successful again. Another 3 points to the Lions. It's a 14-point game. As Morne picks up his team.
1, 2, 3, sub.
It's 27 points to 13.
He's on his way.
Yeah, and the Stormers need to do something to get back into this game. Yes, they scored the try, but a couple of substitutions. Brock Harris coming on, replacing Ali Vermaak. Ntlabakanye has been so impressive throughout the year, replacing Frans Malherbe. Andre Gevente in the hooker position.
Advantage knock on.
As well to complete that all-new front row.
Contesting for the kickoff, the Stormers have knocked it on. Van den Berg won't wait around for that advantage. He sends up one for Edwill van der Merwe to chase, and Edwill gets it this time around. Van den Berg reloads, sends it high again. What a kick that is, taken in brilliantly by Yankees.
Get back in. Get back in.
Yankees taps.
White blue, stop.
For Kriel to send it long. The trusted boot of the number 15 finds touch.
Yeah, that was fantastic play. Great kick by Warwick Kriel, but fantastic play by Hoőrskool Yankees. The Stormers under massive pressure on that outside channel again. Hoőrskool Yankees was at that ruck, but then seeing that the kick will come from Morne van den Berg, sprinting back and then making a slip catch almost there in his own 22 for the Stormers.
Still got the cricket on your mind, John. PJ Botha to feed the lineup. That one's gone drifting on the Stormers side of life. Ball's well for the Lions, and JC Pretorius runs it up into contact just beyond the halfway line. Crucial period of the game here. If the Lions can be the next to score, that would make a real mountain to climb for the Stormers side. Ben Loader rides the tackle of Edwill van der Merwe. Yankees sends it to Kriel, running the show. The cross kick is a dangerous one. Angelo Davids can't hold on. How close was that?
Again, fantastic to acknowledge the space just behind the Lions there. These are the moments that you need to make count at this level. And Angelo Davids, unfortunately, not being able to hold on to the ball.
Thanks.
He'd be disappointed with that outcome, Angelo Davids. A clear run to the line from there.
New front rows.
So a new front row for the Stormers. Also two new flankers.
Stability, good toll. Thank you.
Paul de Villiers and Marcel Tennyson also replacing Dion Fourie and Ben Jason Dixon. So 5 out of the starting 8 players are fresh on the field for the DHL Stormers.
Crouch. Bind. Sit.
Big scrum effort from the Lions. But in the end, they cannot get any purchase. Van den Berg under pressure gets it away to Lombard on the scramble. Henco van Beek knocks it on. Mathieu handles well. Can they manufacture a try from this? Absolutely not.
Not going for.
And Paul, that is my pet hate in rugby. Yes, the guys have such incredible skills these days.
Not Lions,
but
please.
Is it really necessary for the pass out the back rather than just giving a proper? Yuri Mathieu did unbelievable there to be able to pick up that ball, give a proper pass. Try scoring opportunity lost for the Stormers. Unfortunately, Similani dropping that one.
Okay. Let's go, set up.
Excitement levels surely rising in that coaching box. And as for this one, it's been a roller coaster of a season. For both coaching staffs, to be clear. The Lions, having won their first 4 matches, went down to lose the next 4. The Stormers look to be coming back onto form before back-to-back losses against Leinster and the Bulls. And now they're looking to get some go forward at scrum time.
Let's just move from that spot.
Yeah, it's at a tipping point, the scrum at the moment. Which team will give first, give in first.
Go on your knees.
So much pressure
going up
for those front rowers. The pitch also giving in a little bit.
Time is off.
We spoke about the rain that we had earlier. 5 fresh players on the field for the DHL Stormers. Still the starting 8 on the pitch for the Emirates Lions.
Massive difference in experience on the bench in the front row for these two sides. The Stormers bringing on Etienne for sure. The only other player to have won 150 caps outside of France Malherbe is Brock Harris coming off the bench, and then Andre Hito Venter, who's growing in quality and experience, where there's a couple of youngsters for the Lions on the bench.
Bottom off, let's go!
Yeah, the only way to get experience is by getting onto the pitch. So for those youngsters, you know, it's an opportunity to show what they can do, their moment to shine. You know, in life you don't get a lot of opportunities, so you need to make it count when that opportunity arises.
Time back on.
Those youngsters have not been sent on yet by name SJ Kotza and RF Schoeman. Yaku Fasaki, the reserve hooker. For now, it's the starting front row for the Lions. Fresh legs for the Stormers. They had a go at the last scrum. No doubt they'll have a go again here, keeping the ball in the scrum, waiting for a penalty to be produced. Nothing forthcoming.
Both teams going down.
Yeah, a lot of chat there in the front row. Not a conversation I like to get involved with once those front rows start talking about scrummaging. So we see both
teams go down. I can't reward anybody.
Both the front rows going down
Get the elbow up
at the same time.
Don't push down, okay?
The Stormers making their intentions clear.
Yeah, I can't see referee Griffin Colby resetting this one again. If it goes down, there will be a decision made. And hopefully we see the ball come out in a nice attacking play.
The attack will have to wait because the Stormers are going to go again, see if they can get go forward at scrum time, and there's that penalty advantage for which they've been waiting. Gelans turns to the boot. David's after this one. Lombard on the cover, crucially.
What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Do you want line out there or penalty there? Line out.
Yeah, good refereeing by Griffin Colby. You know, we see the scrum time. Brock Harris, nice straight back there. Ntlabakanye doing a job on the outside and the tight side as well. BJ Botha popping in the middle of that scrum. A good refereeing by the referee to say, what do you want, the penalty or then the line out 5 meters away from the try line?
Consequential moment here in the second half. Can the Stormers get back in the mix? Van Heerden rising high. The rolling maul set again for the Stormers. Andre Hijo Venter applying his weight to the situation. But the go forward has stopped now for the Stormers, and Yankees will have to set it free. Waiting at first receiver, Dan du Plessis. Mathieu on the skip ball to Galant. It's inside to Davids. Crucial tackle from Weapon X. He makes his hit. Driving over the point of contact. That is defense. Advantage to the Lions. Penalty to the home side.
Fantastic defense by the Lions outside backs. Henco van Wyk making the tackle. Edwill van der Merwe onto that ball.
BJ,
massive moment once again.
You being under pressure and popping in the scrum is nothing to do with the gap. Take the pressure and stay down. Let's go.
Massive moment, won again by the Lions. The maul didn't budge at all. The Lions so solid in defending that maul, and then defense-wise, the backline backing it up as well. Paarl replacing Hoőrskool Yankees at number 9 for the Stormers.
Thwarted the Stormers' latest attempt. Now can they get it clear for themselves? The bouncing ball, an awkward one for Edwill van der Merwe, who's done well to tidy up. Things not bouncing the Stormers' way today. The Lions have made their own luck. Underneath the ball, Ben Loader finds Galant. Right into the teeth of defense of Juan Venter.
Backwards.
Plenty of human to deal with there as even Roos juggles it, retains it, keeps it on the ground, looking for options. De Vet, he finds Venter.
He's on the right side. The ball's there.
Not slowing the ball down is the call from referee Colby. De Vet sends it to De Villiers. The Oakdale product. Here's De Vet to Roos. Has been shut down emphatically today by the Lions, and Ntlabakanye involving himself in the tackle there. Mathieu with the cross kick. It was ambitious and auspicious. Directly into touch. The Stormers continue to suffer.
Yeah, a little bit indecisive with that counter attack from Warwick Galant as well, and then ending up running into one of the biggest guys on the field. In Juan Venter, and there was another tackle in there as well. So immediately that creates slow ball, and then wanting to attack from that slow ball is always difficult. So better option probably would have been just to set up another ruck, get your base strong, and then get that exit kick going. But now they're still in their half, 10 meters in their half, having to defend. The Lions attack once again.
Let's go.
Tough times get no easier for the Stormers after this match. Next up, they've got the Bulls away, Scarlets away, and Ulster away.
9.
PJ Botha feeds to his captain Franke Horn with their 14-point lead. Heading towards the 60th minute of the match, the Lions will start to begin to feel slightly more comfortable. And there's a penalty advantage against the Stormers here. So they have 2 bites at the cherry, the Lions. The kick over the top. There's plenty of players underneath this.
20 from the side, 16 offside. From the side, number 20, and offside 16. So
again, Paarl, bad decision making a couple of minutes back puts you in a position now again where Lions are kicking at goal, wanting to increase that gap to 17 points. That means you're 3 scores down, at least 3 scores, and it just shows the ripple effect of that. So the ball going over the 15 there at line-out time,
with the gap, the current gap.
and the Lions easily winning that ball. The Stormers with no men available to stop that onslaught.
It is a gap, they can't be 2 penalties. So on by because of Etienne. So keep the gap and take the hit.
Lombard. Perfect kick from the number 10. Another 3 points on the board. It's a 17-point game.
Yeah, 17 points game, and as mentioned before, you know, you always want to work towards that 15-point gap. 2 tries and a conversion to get ahead after this. Converted tries and a conversion, so it gives you a bit of freedom, and now they can start chasing that 4th try as well for the bonus point.
Playing with so much confidence today, the Lions. The offload off the back of the kickoff to Juan Venter.
Yeah, he's injured, he's fine.
Moving forward impressively, and Brock Harris has done himself a mischief. Van den Berg with not the requisite depth on that kick. Well taken in by Ben Loader. Good body control. Holding the space under the ball and taking it in. Here's Roos. Looking to better his way through the defensive line. Quick ball for De Vet. Dragged down in the tackle. Sets it free. Scrappily. De Vet plays it to the blind. Running out of space here, the Stormers. They head back up inside. De Villiers with the offload to Etienne in a half gap. Quick ball needed. Blasting over the top of that ruck was Marius Louw. Advantage being played. Here's a chance for the Stormers. Mathieu accelerates into the half gap. Dragged down by Van den Berg. PJ Botha shuts it down.
We've got 2 options.
Yeah, Yuri Mathieu just slipping there as well. It seemed like
we've got 2 options.
He would get there, or at least create that 2-on-1. But slipping, going to ground, an opportunity lost, unfortunately.
Listen to me, son. I'm going to speak to him now, okay? Sure. Relax. Which one do you want? That's on the opposite sides, both places. That one is a bit back. Oh, yeah, it's on the same place. Oh, yeah, the guys.
So again, the Stormers getting the option of 2 penalties.
Yeah, time is still off. Captain.
There are those youngsters previously mentioned who will be under tremendous pressure at scrum time when they do come on.
In the breakdown.
Yeah.
So if the 9...
I'm not satisfied.
No one in front of the 9?
Give me a chance.
No, sorry,
I'm not satisfied that you came through the gate. Okay. So you came from the side and took out the guy that's in the half-back position. All right, Frankie. We got to keep the discipline better. You can get a word now, please, okay? Yeah.
Referee from Grey College in Bloemfontein. Griffin Colby having a conversation with Marius Louw, who's headed to pastures new after the end of this season.
Yeah, and after spotting the Grey College socks of the referee, Paul, it's very much,
say again,
I think, a reflection of this game as well. The Lions team all playing with the same socks today, and we've seen the cohesion from them versus the Stormers, way more individual, and the cohesive just not there.
Offside within the 10 of the kick.
Ja.
Feeds the line out to Salman. Right, oh, it's come bouncing off the shoulder of Paul de Villiers. He's done well to keep his wits about him. De Vet off to Etienne. Gets blasted in the tackle. Does well to stay on his feet, spin around and still move forward. Venter crossing that game line. The inside ball from Mathieu to Roos. Lions sharp to that. Quick ball for the Stormers, phase after phase. And accuracy as well. Slowing down ever so slightly now. Having to second guess, and Van Heerden runs around the back of Brock Harris. Oosthuizen just about listening to the referee. The back away to Murat, attracting that first defender. Here's Venter. The offload to Roos. Did it bring about the knock-on? No. Here is De Vet. Well, the ball's been dropped now, and Kriel hacks it long. It's going to go into touch. Microcosm of the Stormers' day here in stormy Gauteng. Continue to trail by 17, and they've squandered another opportunity at the line.
Yeah, the handling errors really killing the Stormers. in terms of their attacking capabilities. And quite a few changes now for the Lions as well. Jaco Visagie on for PJ Botha, SJ Kotze on for Juan Schoeman, RF Schoeman on for
Salman, let's go!
Asenathi Ntlabakanye.
Down to the vet, Mathieu in the midfield to Dan du Plessis. De Villiers trying to bust his way through the line. He does so, and the offload out the back of the hand is inaccurate. Here's Henco van Wyk. Almost getting past Roos, who stayed dedicated to the tackle. How about that for dedication? Wow, De Villiers making his presence felt since coming onto the field. Matthias sends it wide to Angelo Davids, who's got some space here. Davids cuts back in, looking for support. Inside the Lions, 22 plays it off the ground, and the Stormers have to scramble again. Matthias has numbers out to the right, but so do the Lions. Great hands there. Here comes Gelant, slows it down before he speeds it up, sends it over the top to Ben Loader. The cover defense dedicated from the Lions. Crunch time for the Stormers here. Trailing by 3 scores, they need to cross the line. Oh yeah! Van Heerden drops the shoulder on Morne van den Berg. Tiernison stopped by Oosthuizen. A pivotal moment in the match this. Geland floats it wide.
This is going to be an interesting one. Oh, yellow card. Richard Kriel claiming he didn't touch the ball at all. This will be an interesting one, and we might see more of it.
Make it back, please. Let's go. Stormers, let's go. Get the ball, let's go.
Referee from Grey College shows a yellow card to the player from Grey College. 2 different generations, no doubt.
It's fine, let's go.
Yeah, great commitment by Paarl de Villiers. He had a nice little run, and then just the commitment to get onto the ball. There's the
Let's
pass.
Go, Stormers.
Oh. Very difficult to see from that angle.
Lifeline for the team in blue and white. Can they capitalize, though, is the question. It's their own accuracy, which has been their Achilles heel today. Captain Salman Murat approaches the line out, the ball fired into Tiernison at the back. A great place to set a rolling maul from. An aggressive entry from Venter. Can they move forward and not crab sideways? They'll have to move back towards the posts to find that point of a lack of resistance from the Lions. But Venter stays dedicated, drifting with the rolling maul as they go. Now there may be some go forward. They add numbers, but they're being told to use it by referee Colby. Away it goes to Dan du Plessis, dragged down in the tackle. Oh, Henco van Wyk giving away another penalty advantage. De Vet wants to see that advantage played.
Tackling away. Yeah, for me it's all right. Tackle still in the way.
Seemed like a lot of confusion there at ruck time there on both sides of the ball.
Negative play.
Jaco Pretoria is making the most of every single ruck. So competitive. The Lions number 6, and now it's decision time for the Stormers. I think days are past where they go for goal. 17 points the difference. You either go for a quick tap or a scrum. I would suggest here. Also the return has not been good at all when they've gone for their mauls. Evan Roos though seems like cramping a little bit. Only Gary Porter and Jonathan Roche left on the bench for the DHL Stormers.
You gotta go out there.
Mathieu is going to kick the touch eventually. Confusion at all times today for the Stormers.
Yeah, that would have been the last decision for me. And as mentioned, the 2 boys that were sitting on the bench for the Stormers, Gary Porter and Jonathan Roche, coming onto the field, replacing Wandisile Similani and Salman Murat. Also Mani Russ entering the fray.
Okay, let's go now.
He's replacing Marius Louw.
Time is on.
Gary Porter, the only player hailing from KwaZulu-Natal, the land of the Sharks in the Stormers squad today. Venter feeds the line-out. So crucial, this line-out. 15 men of the Stormers against the 14 of the Lions. The sack quality from the Lions, no rolling maul option. The vet sends it away to De Villiers, who's been impactful since his introduction. Oosthuizen's over the ball with a tremendous turnover. That might just take the wind out of the sails of the Stormers. And Berg sends it long. Another chance goes a-begging. Quickly played into Simelane, no time to waste for the Stormers now. Simelane back to Mathieu. They're going to have to weave magic down this touchline. In the 22 of the Lions yet again. Here's De Vet, away to Porter. Gelaan sends it to Roos, always double marked. De Vet, quick ball, just what the Stormers need. Here comes Brock Harris. They had someone with a bit more pace in that half gap. It may have been profitable. Here's Nyethling for sheer. De Vet to clear. Quick ball at all times for the Stormers. Can they catch the Lions sleeping? They cannot. It goes dribbling into touch.
As so many times we've seen before today, the attacking play from the Stormers, building up, and then just the errors towards the end. Nice quick hands there, but then just the last one not going to hand, going into touch and relieving the pressure for the Lions. But fantastic turnover by Etienne Oosthuizen a couple of minutes ago. There we go. Dan probably just felt he was a little bit more rushed than what he was.
Also, at the breakdown, if you're going to force the ball
going behind the player on the right wing.
Okay.
Both of these sides, Juan, under pressure on the table. The Lions have those 2 games in hand, but they are both chasing those top 8 positions. The top 4 probably having slipped through their fingers already. Do you think they can both make it, or do you think it's one or the other?
I think both can still make it into the top 8. But, you know, that will be extremely difficult, and some results need to play in their favour. The Lions, obviously, with 2 extra games in hand, puts them in a far stronger position now.
Another quality line-out for the Lions. And one of their young chargers, S.J. Kotze, the second cap in the URC, goes charging into contact. Berg switching to the left. Ambidexterity from the boot, very useful to the Lions.
Yeah, Berg very DuPont-like, being able to kick with both feet from the center of the ruck. This time around, getting some nice distance on it. If anything, the Lions of the Stormers have been pretty good today. But again, not being able to score the points that they need from it.
Venter feeds. Taken in and sent down by Tiernison. Here's Roos, the youngster. Throwing his body into the midfield. De Vet away to Duplessis. Here's Mathieu. Wide it goes to Simelane. Schooled not too far from here at Jeppy Boys High School. Place where Jake Wright, coach of the Bulls, made his name as well. Here's even Roos. De Vet off to Fashir. Seeing plenty of possession, and Venter driven back in the tackle. Simelane gets it away, still something on for the Stormers here. Can they capitalize? Roos looking for the switch play, potentially dragged down in the Lions 22. De Vet, now the dipping ball for the Stormers. Van Heerden, it's been full of energy from the first whistle. Brock Harris. De Vet, great ball, Mathieu. Off to Gelaan, the bouncing one for Gelaan. Can he make it good? Waits till the last moment. Oh, what a try. Even Roos goes charging over the line. Is there life in this match yet?
Second try by the DHL Stormers. Evan Roos has been good with ball in hand throughout the game.
Okay.
They will need more of that. Just over 10 minutes left in this game. Remember, the Lions only with 14 on the field. Richard Kriel in that right wing position, not being there. And as the Stormers exposing that, Ben loaded with a nice quick pass to the inside, where Evan Roos scores the try.
Thanks, Eat.
Mathieu to make it a 10-point game. He does just so. 30 points to 20, the Lions lead.
Paul de Vet doing so well, identifying the situation, changing the way of play. Again, a poor pass by Yuri Mathieu. We've seen a couple of those from a lot of the Stormers players, but Geland being able to pick it up, going in between those two players of Horn and Henco van Wyk, who both have been so good today. And eventually Evan Roos finishing it off for the Stormers. They need a bit more of that. Still a 10-point gap between the Lions and the Stormers. 3 minutes left with the Lions only 14 on the field.
A win here would be a boost to the season of either side. And the Lions hold on. They run beyond the finish line here. Get their hands back on the ball and put the pressure on the Stormers, because it's been all Stormers for the last few minutes. High tackle on Dan Duplessis.
And that is the absolute last thing you want from a Lions point of view. Providing the DHL Stormers with an easy exit, a high tackle, a sloppy tackle, lazy if anything. Now they can kick it out, get their own line out, and suddenly you find yourself back in your own 50 again.
HI. He's off for HI here.
You see there, just going a little bit high. SJ Kotzer, need to get lower, get off the shoulder, because it's dangerous area there.
SJ Kotzer making his way off the field for an HIA. Another one of the Paarl boys' high representatives today in Origins round number 1 of 2, round 11 of the Vodacom URC. Roos sends it away to Mathieu. There's some space on the outside here. Similani playing on the left wing now. Similani dragged down in the tackle of Marius.
Great work by Marius, using the touchline as another defender, forcing the Stormers into touch there, a little bit sideways from the Stormers team. But this really is unforgivable from Wandisile Similani. You can't go into touch as a winger after moving from the midfield to the wing with that replacement of Jonathan Roche coming on and Andrew Davids going off.
Oh, good.
Quick play from the Lions, this time accurate as well. Griffin Colby shot to it. Assistant referee taking part. Yeah, Oosthuizen dominant on the carry. He will have enjoyed that. Horn sends one over the top. A speculator taking it on the bounces. Geland waiting for some support. The dodgy ball to the midfield, taken in by Jared Cairns, and the Lions are on the charge, and they end up knocking the ball on. Paul de Villiers truly improvising, and Van Heerden takes it into contact. It's going to be a scrum to the Stormers after a scrappy period of play.
Paul Warwick Geland remains an enigma in my mind. You either see absolute brilliance from him, or you see moments like that where he turns the tide. Jared Cairns reading it very nicely, getting that intercept and turning the defense into attack.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just telling you now.
There we see former Lions player Elton Yankees in the crowd.
Assume he's enjoying the game.
He didn't seem very. Didn't seem as if he's enjoying anything. If you go by the emotion on his face. But a critical couple of minutes left in this game, Paul.
Yeah, we're going to make a call now.
It's scrum time once again. Evan Roos cramping up for the Stormers. The Lions, still only 14 men on the field. This will be the last play with Richard Kriel off the field. And it might be a decision for the Stormers, you know, is it a roll of the dice trying to expose that outside channel with one less defender? Or do you go the conservative route and just kick it downfield?
If they set and you waste time like this, I'm going to go against you, okay? Set up. This is the mark. Let's go. Go.
Time is ticking away for the Stormers comeback. potential Stormers come back to be completed. As for the Lions, they'll be watching that clock tick down to end a run of 6 losses against this opposition.
Bye. Sit. No. 2 things. 2 things. Support your body weight. Number 9. 9. That throw is not on, okay? You can't throw the ball underneath your hookers, underneath your flankers, okay? There has to be a hook of the ball. Okay, thank you. That's the first thing, the throw. Yeah, throw. You can't throw like that. Keep it up. Yeah, it's fine. Elbow up.
And that's a massive moment. Reset scrum, and the team goes back to 15.
Thank you.
Squat. Hips.
Crouch. Bye. Keep it up. Sit.
It's 59-15 again. As the Paarl Boys High product, Paul de Vet feeds the scrum. Paarl Boys High making up just under a quarter of all players in both squads here today. De Vet away to Porter. Mathieu hits Geland. It's going to have to be a long ball to the isolated Loader. He's got a lot of work to do. Loader against Henco van Wyk, who does not miss. De Vet, Mathieu, Porter. Looking to rip it free there. Franke Horn could not. Was that a turnover? What a turnover it was. Body on the line. And a scrum to the Stormers thereafter, but we're in the final 5 minutes. Time is running out.
The Stormers running out of time, and for the Lions, same thing. You know, so much to play for them as well. It's not just about the win, but it's also about climbing up that ladder. You know, the Vodacom URC log. Got 3 tries they scored in the first half, no tries in the second half, and they might just be chasing that 4th try as well to get that additional bonus point. You never know what that log will look like at the end of the season.
He's been down a couple of times before.
Might not need those extra couple of points.
I told him. Let's go and set up.
So much joy in the squad in that first season of the URC when they ended up champions. Since then, the rest of the teams have been making up the ground on the Stormers.
I was happy with him.
This year, Coach John Dobson has found himself under tremendous pressure. That pressure bearing its teeth here in the form of the Emirates Lions.
Turn back on. Coach. Bye. All right. Same message. Yeah. Same message to them. Keep the gap, okay? Don't close it.
Stuttering pace of these reset scrums will be detrimental to the momentum that the Stormers are looking to build.
Crouch. Bye. Sit.
Well.
Overextending and going around.
Penalty to the Lions. Darian Landsberg celebrating there, and that probably is the victory for the Lions. Yeah, we see Brock Harris just going to ground there, losing his bind, going to ground, and the penalty conceded. And now it's all about the Lions being able to put probably one set together again where they can put pressure on the defense of the DHL Stormers and get that bonus point try, 4th try to be scored.
The Stormers used to be the rulers of Derby rugby in South Africa. But a loss to the Bulls at home last time out. And looks like a loss to the Lions here back-to-back fixtures
Fine.
will be chastening. Harry Porter getting trapped underneath that. Played away by Niku Steyn on as a replacement halfback. Here's Van Veek. Paul de Villiers, who's a turnover specialist, driven away from the ball that time. Caught on the back foot, Jared Cairns. Steyn plays it blind. Good strong run from Schoeman. Penalty Stormers. Mathieu with no time to waste. Heading for the final 2 minutes of the match. And indeed, we are there. It's now or never for the Stormers. One converted try brings them to within 3. Then they would need another try, converted or not, to win the match. But that first try needs to come right here and right now. Lions fans are feeling it today. Andre Higo offensive feeds. More scrappy play from the Stormers. Cleaned up by Paul de Villiers away to Ben Loader. Gets a knee to ground and he must be released. Cans over the ball. Didn't look like it was going to be legal. Slipped away just in time to avoid the penalty being awarded. Just under 1 minute and 20 seconds to play now. Mathieu fires it. Simelane on the wing, isolated. Has to cut back in field. Finds Fouchier under pressure, struggling to make headway. The Stormers. Tiernason this time, taking it forward. Even Roos with an offload up the back of the hand as he meets some stern defense. Duplessis fires it to Simelane off of his left wing into the center field, struggling to keep his feet. The Lions defense surely has done the job now. We're in the final minute of play. Venter with a powerful run. De Vet does well to control that ball on the ground. Mathieu changes direction. Geland gets the offload away through the legs for Mathieu, improvising and doing well. Here's Simelane away to Loader. Loader back in field to Simelane. Roos tries to pop it away to Loader. It's got to be right now for the Stormers. We're in the final 30 seconds. Horn slowing it down. Mathieu fires it away. An advantage, but the time may be too little regardless. Here's Geland. Sends one over the top, a looping ball. It's not good enough for the Stormers.
Full pass. I've only got a knock-on advantage.
Knock-on advantage is the call.
That's the process.
But there might be a penalty coming for cynical play. Of attempting an interception which simply was not there.
Something else.
Griffin Colby just having a check on that.
So, yeah, I think so. Captain. It's going to be a penalty.
Indeed.
It's going to be a penalty for the knock-on by number 16, okay? Penalty only, right? It's a penalty against you for the knock-on, okay? Get back in. Yeah.
So it is a penalty to the Stormers and not a scrum.
Balls.
And what they have the chance to do here is to finish within 7 points, and going for posts would secure that. And that point, how crucial may that prove to be come the final reckoning of the Vodacom URC season. Not what the Stormers fan would want to see, but logical play from the team in blue and white to ensure they get whatever they can out of this match. But of course it now rests on Yuri Mathieu to make that good. He's been on song today, but this will be the most crucial kick of his outing. Mathieu sends it high, raises the flags, makes it a 7-point game, but the victors are the Lions. After 6 times of asking, 6 losses in a row, they win the derby over their Cape Town rivals. And it's party time in